Okay, we're going to look at something called prime factors. Now, we know what a prime number is. A prime number is a number which has exactly two factors, one and itself. Okay, so we're going to write numbers as a product of their prime factors, and a prime factor is just a factor which is a prime number. So let's have a look at the first question. Write 24 as a product of its prime factors. So we're going to write down 24, and then we're going to use something called a factor tree. Okay, so with a factor tree, I just got to think of two numbers which multiply to give 24. Let's just say you chose 6 and 4. All right, 6 fours are 24. Then we're going to break those numbers down. Now 6 could be 6 and 1, but we want factors which are not including the number itself. So let's try 2 and 3. And then for 4, let's try 2 and 2. You could have chosen 4 and 1, but we're trying to break these numbers down into its factors. Okay, so we can say then that 24 is equal to 2 times 3 times 2 and times 2. Okay, so each one of these numbers here is a prime number, and that each one of these numbers is also a factor of 24. So I've written 24 as a product of its prime factors. Now, you could have chosen different numbers to begin with, and you should still end up with the same answer. So let's just say you had 24 again, and let's just say we chose 8 and 3. Okay, so not much we can do with 3, but we can certainly break 8 down into 4 and 4 times 2. And I'll keep the 3 coming down to be in line with the other numbers. And then 4 I can break down to 2 and 2. I can't do anything much with 2, so I'll just keep bringing that one down. And I can't do much with 3, so I'll keep bringing that one down. So then I still get my answer. I still get exactly the same numbers as I did in my other factor tree. Okay, so I can still write down that 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, I've still got 3 2's, just like I do over here. 1, 2, 3. I've got 1, 3. Okay, so whichever way you go with your factors, you should still end up with the same prime factors at the end. I've got 3 number 2's and 1 number 3, and over here I've got 3 number 2's and 1 number 3 as well. Okay, let's try another one. Let's look at 200. So we're going to write 200 as a product of its prime factors, this time using index notation. Okay, so using index notation. So let's start off with our factor tree again. So I'll have 200 to start with. Okay, now we're going to break 200 down. So you might think, what's easy? Well, 100 times 2 is 200, isn't it? It's a nice easy one. 100 times 2. Now, can't do much with 2, but you can break 100 down a bit further. So 100 would be 2 times 50. Now I can't break 2, I keep bringing down the 2 down. I can't break 2 down, but I can do 50. That's going to be 2 times 25. Okay, so, and bring that 2 down again. And I'll bring this 2 down again. I'll try and keep all the numbers in line. And then 25, well, I can break that down into 5 times 5. Now, the 2 I bring down, the other 2 I bring down, and the other 2 I bring down. Now, all of these numbers are prime numbers, so I can't break them down any further. So that's my answer. I can say that 200 is equal to 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 2. So let's write that down. 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 2. Now, it says to write this using index notation. Now, with multiplication, the order of the numbers does not matter. So I'm going to take this 2 on the end here, and I'm going to move it to the front with the other 2. So I'm going to have 2, all the 2's together. Okay. So I've put all the 2's together now because changing the order doesn't matter. So I've just put this 2 with the arrow here. Circle that one. I've just moved that over here. Okay, so I've got all the 2's together now. Now using index notation, 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 to the power 3. Then multiply. And then 5 times 5 is 5 to the power 2. So you can see there I've written 200 as a product of its prime factors in index form. 200 equals 2 cubed times 5 squared. All right, let's do a harder one. Square root of 648 here. Now, this is going to be a little bit harder to do, but we'll follow the same principles. Okay. Now, first of all, 648, that's a big number. What goes into 648? Okay, I want to split 648 into 2 factors. Now, because this is an even number, I know that 2 will divide into it. So I'm just going to do a bit of working out here. I'm going to divide 2 into 648 to work out what the other factor is. So 2's into 6 goes 3, 2's into 4 goes 2, and 2's into 8 goes 4. So that means 2 and 324 are 2 factors. Now, can't do much with 2, but 324 I can. And now, look, with 324, it's an even number again because the number ends in 2, 4, 6, or 8, or 0. In this case, it's 4. So I'm going to put in 2 again, this time 2 into 324. Okay, and 2's into 3 goes once, with 1 remainder. 2's into 12 goes 6, and 2's into 4 goes twice. So I can split this up into 2 and 162. This 2 comes down here. Now 162 is an even number again because it ends in 2. So I'm going to divide that into 2 again. Okay, 2's into 1 goes 0. And I link up the 1 and the 16. 2's into 16 goes 8. And 2's into 2 goes 1. So 81. So I can split up the 162 into 2 times 81. Now, this 2 comes down. This 2 comes down. Now, 81 I can split up into 9 nines. So let's split that up into 9 times 9. Let me just get rid of that. Tidy this up here. So 9. Now, the other 2's come down. That 2 comes down here. That 2 comes down here. Okay, you can bring those down. Now, the 2 9's, I can split them up, can't I? So this will be 3 times 3. And this will be 3 times 3. The other 2's come down. The other 2's come down. There we go. So, my number, 648. Now, all these numbers I've got in the row are prime numbers. 2 and 3 are prime numbers. So I can write down that 648 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So let's write that down. 2. So I've got 4 2's multiplied together. Sorry, 3 2's, not 4. Rub that out. So 3 2's multiplied together, and then I've got 4 3's. Okay, now I've got to put that in index notation. So if I've got 3 2's there, so that's 2 cubed times by, and I've got 4 number 3's here. So this will be 3 to the power 4. Okay, so 648 is equal to 2 cubed times 3 to the power of 4. And that's it.